What is going on, fellas? Welcome back to another video here on my channel. We have part 2 of a series of videos I'm going to be doing about single mothers and dating. And as we get into it, we're going to be talking about a lot of different topics. This one is going to involve, has a video titled Dating a Single Mom is Not for the Weak, just to kind of give you an idea of some of the stuff we'll be watching today. But as usual, we're going to go ahead and just get right into it. So if you could hit the like button, subscribe if you're not subscribed. And hey, how you doing? My name's Rat Boy. Let's do it.
So here's the thing, like dating single mothers, it's not for the weak. You really have to be a man of your word. You have to be accountable. You have to show up. You have to lead by action. And a lot of men, they think they ready. They jump off that porch and they're not ready. So, like, I can't have you playing in my face. I'm raising a boy, a young man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not raising no Pookie and Ray Ray. You're not raising no fuckboys around here. So I take it very seriously, especially the people that I allow in our space, the people that are, in his life for a reason, because we got to break some of these cycles.
This is exactly what I've been saying all along, and you've heard me preach it over and over again. These single moms need to focus on their families. They need to focus on the people they can focus on. Okay, they have a lot on their plate already. I think trying to bring a man into that and trying to also please a man in the process is just a recipe for disaster. And a lot of times, like she's been saying, these men are, they're doing her wrong. They're definitely doing her wrong. Now, me personally, I don't really care, but there's no reality where a woman is going to get online and make a video and convince men not to go after women, which is, that's just the way it is. Especially a single mom, it's kind of like they're, I'm not saying she's desperate or whatever, but these men are going to spin their webs. They're going to possibly be dishonest in certain ways. And so it's a situation that these women shouldn't be wrapping themselves up in. Like she says, she's trying to raise her family. She needs to concentrate on that. I think any deviation from that is going to just end in disaster. And these men are going to tell her whatever they think she wants to hear in that situation. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. So the behavior is going to have to change on her end.
Even though I'm a single mother, he does have his father. He have other male influences as well. But if you come into my life, baby, I don't play like that. Okay, I've been leading my household for 20 years before I had my son. You know what I'm saying? I was the head of household. I'm the oldest girl, okay? And my dad's a single dad. So you can't come around here playing in my face, making empty and broken promises and not being accountable, because he picks up on that. And then treatment of me reflects to him, because he's going to think it's okay to treat women that way. And we know that's not the case. So I can't allow that.
From what she's saying in the story, she was raised by a single parent. And then, even being raised by single parents, sometimes these women, they don't see the issue behind that, and they will still choose to be a single parent themselves. Now, I don't know what happened to the father. She said the father's still in the boy's life. Why aren't they together? Why aren't they married? Why isn't it like a whole family? I'm not sure like what happened there. But, she potentially just chose the wrong guy, I guess. I really don't know. This situation could have been avoided 100%. She was raised by a single parent, so she saw it happening. She saw how tough it was. She was in the middle of it. She experienced the struggles, and she experienced everything that went along with being the child of a single parent. And even still, she chose to give that same destiny to her own child, which is very unfortunate, because it's not the adults that they get punished with all this. It's the children. It's the children that they get all the negatives in these situations, because they're robbed of having a healthy 2-parent household to raise them the best way they can be raised. Statistics show that single mothers they do not do that good of a job. The crime statistics are higher, the poverty statistics are higher. There's everything that's negative is just higher. Okay, I don't know any other way to say it. So why would you want to put your child through that? It just does not make sense to me.
I want him to be respectful to women. And I want him to understand and cherish and, really value women. Okay. So don't come over here playing, because I take my job as a mom seriously. Okay. A lot of moms do. And that's why we don't fuck around like that, because you must be playing too much and y'all be wasting time and y'all don't know what the doing and y'all be trying to lead us to hell. So, yeah.
Whoa, that last part seemed a little aggressive. I think I had to edit out some of those words. I really don't like a whole lot of cursing on my channel, but yeah, that's very interesting. That is very interesting. So, and this is kind of what you get. This is the end result when these men get involved with these single moms, and they it's a sad situation, and that's why I just say just steer clear. Just stay away from stuff like this. Too much trauma, way too much drama is going to be happening over there. It's a bad situation, and getting a bunch of random men involved is only complicates things and makes them worse. The odds of these women finding a man that could potentially be a good guy, provider, person to pay for stuff, and maybe he can do that, but I mean the odds are very slim for them to find someone like that. So my advice for men would be just to, steer clear of these women, because the expectations are going to be through the roof. Okay, these women aren't going to be able to give you any sort of attention. Their kids are always going to come first. You're always going to come last. It is a losing situation for men that get involved with single moms. And I mean, I'll be honest with you, especially when they're little kids. I mean, these women are just looking for a guy to kind of pick up the slack. They're tired. They're looking for someone they can turn to and kind of throw the kid off on while they go do their thing for whatever amount of time. And it's just, why would you waste your time? Okay, just don't worry about it. And what I would say to these women is, why are you trying to involve random men into your life and you got a kid? Like, just think about that. Like, you got a kid and you're inviting all these random people into your life for no reason, introducing these people to this kid all the time. It's like, kids have it bad enough, and it's hard enough just growing up as a kid. You don't need to add any more stress into this kid's life. Okay, raise your kid, take care of your family. When they're out of the house, when they're doing their thing, when they're off, maybe they're in the trade school or they're in college or whatever they're doing, they're away from the home, then you can start inviting random men in and seeing what's left out there. But I mean, how many situations have we seen where a single mom meets a dude, okay, and he's like part of the family or whatever, and then the dude just dips? Like, it happens. So it happens literally all the time.
Okay, unpopular opinion, but I don't think having Snapchat is a red flag. Before you come at me, hear me out. A couple months ago, I did try the whole dating app thing, and one of the people that I matched with, I did it the right way, okay? We weren't Snapchatting, we were only communicating through text, which I guess I don't know if that's the right way, but that's how we were communicating. I don't remember if there was a phone call or not in the mix, but a couple weeks went by and we decided to meet up and go on a date. I think this is like the first person since I was probably like 13, since Snapchat came out, that I haven't Snapchatted before actually meeting them in person. And when I tell you, I wholeheartedly regret that decision. I also had never been catfished in 29 years of life, but that night it happened. While I do get the whole stigma behind Snapchat and I do understand why it can be bad, I will never ever go out with somebody that I don't know in person without Snapchatting, or at least FaceTiming several times before we meet up in person, because, honey, please don't use pics that are 10 years old, and please don't take them all from the same angle. I know girls do it too, but holy shit.
Lady, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. A lot of men are going to be matching with you online. A lot of them may just match with you automatically. A lot of guys, from what I understand, a lot of guys just match with everyone, or just hit yes on everyone or like on everyone or whatever. And there are going to be men that are going to go out on a date with you. I'm going to go ahead and assume that these men already know that you have multiple kids from multiple men. This pool of men is going to be kind of split. You're going to have the guys that, like you said, are going to catfish you and this and that, which, I mean, it happens to men a lot more than it happens to women. But the types of men that are going to be taking you out on a date, meeting you in public, are not going to be the very good looking men. Those men are only going to want one thing from you, and they'll ask you straight up on the app, they'll ask you on Snapchat, and you'll say no, and then they'll ghost you. So that's kind of where you're at right now. Men see a woman with a kid, and they see burdens. They see an annoyance. They see a headache. They don't see a charming little angel. They see a little crotch goblin that they just don't care about kids. Okay. They don't care about your kids. Nobody cares about your kids but you. All right. Nobody gives a damn. That's the reality of the situation. You know, I hate to be so harsh, but like nobody gives a damn about the damn kids.
Damn! Don't mind how I look because I just had a whole mental breakdown, but serious question. Single moms, how are we doing it? How are we surviving? Because I don't know anymore. I don't get any government assistance. I don't get child support. I literally, the only thing I had was Medi-Cal, and they just cut me off because if you make, apparently like their threshold is $2,000 before like you're cut off, and like $2,000 is my rent, so like I don't understand. Now like I got cut off Medi-Cal, so now I have to pay $60 a month for my antidepressants, which I no longer can afford. My daughter is still in diapers. Like, how are we doing it? How are we surviving? What side jobs do we have to do? Because I'm working overtime every week and I'm still barely making it through. So let me know.
So I think a lot of single moms now, in order to make ends meet, they're posting different things online for, you know, random men to, I guess, pay for. It is a sad situation, though. I mean, if only there was a way that these women could think about all these consequences before, you know, like before they decide to become a single mother, because obviously it's not their fault. It's never their fault, you guys. They just are a single mother for no reason. Where's the father? She said her kid was in diapers. Where's the dad? Like you had the kid and he dipped? Or was he gone before you were even pregnant? I mean, I don't know how that works. I'm not sure if they just like, it's a one night stand and then it just happens, or like, well, what's going on here? You know, if you can't take the precautions to make sure stuff like that doesn't happen, maybe you shouldn't be doing things like that. This is very concerning. And a lot of women think this way. A lot of women think, you know, oh, it'll be fine. I'll just have the kid. It'll be fine. But is this fine? I don't think this is fine. I don't think this is fine whenever you are, like she just said, she's having mental breakdown, little minty bees all the time, okay, constantly. She's behind the wheel. I mean, there's just a lot of concerning factors here for me personally. I wouldn't want my daughter in this situation if I had a daughter. I wouldn't want my mom in this situation. I wouldn't want any woman that I know in this type of situation. It's a very bad situation to be a single mom. I'm not sure why so many of them choose it, because it is a choice. That's something we have to get very clear. This is a choice these women make. So, I mean, they have the decision is in their hand, but ultimately they have to face these consequences, because that's what it is. Now, you can always go by the notion that, you know, everything's going to be all right, everything's going to be okay, and ultimately everything will be okay. I'm sure she'll pick up another job somewhere. There's always ways to make money if you put your mind to it. You have to actually try. Okay, I think a lot of these women were having kids and getting with these men, thinking these men would take care of them and they could just stay home and raise the kid. And now they have to like work 3 or 4 jobs to make ends meet. She's having to pay $2,000 a month in rent, and that just, you know, there goes, for a lot of people making minimum wage. I mean, there goes, that's your money. That's all your money right there. So yeah, it's tough. It's tough out there being a single mom. Why do these women choose it? I'll never understand. Maybe as we dive deeper into these topics, we will find an answer. But until then, that will be the end of today's episode. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. Like the video if you haven't already. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And I will catch you guys later. Rat Boy out.